Hello and welcome, and yes, this is the last Friday video. Not just Friday's video, but last Friday's video. Anyway, yeah. Today, for this video, it's taking place much later than it should, we are going to talk about and observe the lyrics of Richmond, north of Richmond. So let's read the lyrics first. This has been the big hit that has been all over the place by Oliver Anthony. Now it starts out. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame that the world's gotten what the world's gotten to, for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul, these Richmond north of Richmond, Lord knows, they all just want to have total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end because of Richmond, north of Richmond. Where is the mouse? I got one eyeball that works, one that doesn't right now. I wish politicians would look out for minors and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street that got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame that what the world's gotten to, for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true. But it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an old soul. These Richmond north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do. And they think you don't know, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause of rich men north of Richmond. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, Now, those are the lyrics. Let's break this song down. First off, it's a good song. Music's nice. The overall message is great. But when you pick it apart, you start seeing some serious issues. I like the start here. It's class solidarity. You know, the average person, the working man, the poor. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. So yeah, very, very reminiscent of lyrics from Woody Guthrie, Pete Seeger. You know, it's very pro working man so far. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. So, first two verses so far, beautiful. Wonderful. You know, saying the average person is getting screwed over for what is of less and less value. And I've talked about this before. You know, the rich take and take and take. There's nothing that's being given to the average American, though. And prices keep rising, but not our wages. So yeah, honestly, living in the new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, and of course that's a reference to D.C., Washington, D.C., the U.S. capital. Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Absolutely. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do. And they don't think you know, but I know that you do. So yeah. And this is something that can be preferenced against both parties, because they act like, oh, I just want things to help my people, but it's all about power. Because all of a sudden it's like, we like personal freedom and stuff, except if you want to have an abortion, except if you want to live your life your own way and you're not harming anybody, cause we won't control. So yeah, cause your dollar ain't shit and it's taxed to no end, cause of rich men north of Richmond. Honestly, while we are not the most taxed populace in the first world, the tax system is not done properly because the rich should be paying far more than the working class, the middle class, the poor. But that just isn't the case for some reason. I wish politicians would look out for miners, spelled M-I-N-E-R-S, those who work in mines, whether they are coal miners or miners of different ore and mineral. But given that he's more Appalachian, bluegrass country, it's more likely a reference to coal miners, because that was always a big thing here for a long time, even though a lot of people don't seem to realize now how tied to unions and everything miners started out as. But the propaganda just made them think they were being taken advantage of. But we're seeing a pullback in the nation to say, yeah, we need unions. So, anyway, yeah, wish they would look out for miners, M-I-N-E-R-S, and not just miners, M-I-N-O-R-S, on an island somewhere. A clear reference to the underage girls taken advantage of under Epstein. So, yeah. Lord, we got folks in the street ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Suddenly we go from a fellow everyman song to, but I don't like these people because they fat and they take welfare. Really? Really? Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Why is that in there? That makes no fucking sense. It is a fucking rich man tactic. Don't look at me taking your wealth. Look at this person over here. They're doing things that could go to you. Pay attention to them. What? Just gather all this, put it in my pocket. And again, the song up to this point, wonderful, absolutely wonderful. But it hits this point, it's like, why is this section here? Suddenly you go from talking about your average man. Hell, those on welfare are like you. They are poor. They are the everyman. They are normal people. But no, you're like, they're fat and they're on welfare. Have you seen what the cheapest food is in supermarkets? I'll give you a hint. It isn't fresh food, fruit and vegetables. It sure isn't meat. It isn't milk. It's going to be the stuff that's going to make you much more overweight and obese. But no. Let's say something so they don't pay attention to all of us rich people. Up to that point, the song was fucking anthemic. Wonderful. But then it goes... It's like... What? Anyway, young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. And we go back to chorus. Yeah, that's more or less how the song ends. The majority of it, I love. I adore the majority of it because it's against the rich. It's against this class warfare that has been used to attack the average citizen, the poor, the working class, the middle class, your majority of Americans. But then it throws in these stupid lines. It's like, what the fuck does this have to do with the rest of the song? What the fuck? Seriously. The rest of the song, like I said, I fucking love it. It's a very Woody Guthrie, Pete Seeger, you know, the very musicians against that are actually out there for the everyday American. And this song was on that path, and then it's like, it's like, what? 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 Now, I have heard in other stories I watch and stuff, it's an astroturfed setup. It's not something natural. Which, that's not something I'm going to debate here. I want to look at the lyrics and break them down. But it's a beautiful song, and then it's like, but they focus too much on children being pimped out, and the poor obese are getting money to buy fudge rounds that I could have. It's like, seriously, dude? Other than that, I love it. But yeah, it's like that whole section, those two verses could be reworked or cut out altogether. Because, yeah, like I said, the song is going wonderfully, and all of a sudden it's like, it's like, why the fuck did you take a random turn over here and something that is completely different from the message you were singing about earlier? Honestly. But again, as I've already said, the rest of the song, I fucking love it. It reminds me of, hey, you know, your average American is not your enemy. Your poor is not your enemy. The working class is not your enemy. The middle class is not your enemy. There's one group that takes and takes and takes and takes and gives nothing back, and that's the rich. And that part of the song, I fucking adore. I love it. But yeah, it's just like, good song. Couple of stupid topics he veers off into, though. It's like, maybe you should have stopped and said, but that don't work as well. They don't make as much sense. People will wonder why the hell I put something like that in it, you know. Anyway. Richmond, north of Richmond. I've got the Wikipedia article up here. Blue collar anthem, absolutely. A lot of people going, and a right wing anthem. Not really a right wing anthem. It's an everyman anthem. But, yeah. Just see, what else do they say? Like I said, beautiful song, absolutely wonderful topic, but those two verses, it just, all of a sudden you look way off kilter, and it's like, they don't fit at fucking all in the song. Yeah. From Wikipedia article on the song, the unexpected rise in popularity of the song has been described as virtually unheard of for a newcomer, and it has attracted accusations of Anthony being an industry plant who is secretly backed by rich and powerful insiders, and suspicion of astroturfing. So, like I said, I've heard points of that yeah, it might not be a natural rise up. Regardless, though, like I said, song's great except for those two verses. You know, it's not people on welfare that you should be attacking because that's the cheapest thing to afford. And the Epstein thing, needs attention, but that doesn't mean attention should be diverted from other issues. But other than those two parts, rest of it, wonderful. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. As always, I will be putting some links in the description box below the video. And educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. The camera's having trouble readjusting. There we go. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.